Hello, welcome back to Rift Wizard 2. Thought today I'd try and do sort of a storm themed build, because I did one recently and it turned out to be pretty fun. So we'll pick up Icicle to begin with. Icicle's a pretty great level 1 spell. We might also pick up Lightning Bolt, depending on how things go I guess. Blade Staff, that's a pretty good pickup right off the bat, especially because we have Icicle. So this will just add 6 damage to all our spells and skills, and because Icicle has 2 separate instances of damage, that's adding 6 to both the physical and the ice component. There's a lot of ice lizards on this level, so actually that's fine. Icicle can kill them with Blade Staff. We might pick up Lightning Bolt if we run out of charges. And it is pretty nice on these corridor sort of levels. In fact, I'm going to pick it up, why not? Okay, so there's that level done. Heart and a stopwatch, heart and a portal key, and some treasures. Let's go for the stopwatch. Another void bomber spawner level, so we can make use of these guys to blow up some walls and spawners. The cursed cats do dark damage if they die close by, so let's start over here. Can I hit both these guys at once? Apparently not. I think we're going to take some damage from these cursed cats, but that's fine. And we've just got the Void Bomber up there to clear out, and we are done. Okay, more hearts. Yep, just more hearts and some treasures here. I don't think any of those treasures are useful for us. Let's see what we get. Bag of Sparks, Teleporter, Ether Dagger. Ether Dagger could be pretty useful. If we're going all in on Ice and Lightning, it's possible we run into some immunities at some point, and it would be nice to have that as a backup. I do plan on getting something to deal with immunities, but having the Ether Dagger is still nice. Probably just, what's it called? Rainstorm. Yeah, Rainstorm. That makes enemies soaked, which lowers their ice and lightning resistance. Let's see. I guess we'll start up here by these 2 spawners. I'm a little bit concerned with these slimes. Maybe it would be worth picking up Prince of Ruin, so that we are chaining some lightning damage. Let's actually do that. Prince of Ruin, so whenever an enemy dies to fire, physical or lightning, we deal 13 to enemies nearby. That should work with the physical component of Icicle as well as lightning damage that we're doing. Yeah, there we go, that was definitely worth it. That took out a big chunk of the level. So that did sort of delay me getting the next spell I had my eye on, but that's fine, we'll get to it next level. So I wanted to pick up at some point Storm Burst, which is at the moment the only Ice Lightning spell. I guess we can improve Icicle into an Ice Lightning spell as well if we get this Storm Spike upgrade, which we may do eventually. But yeah, that's the next spell to get. There's also this Amnesia Shrine here, which is probably appearing too early to be interesting. This is kind of interesting because you could just go into here, forget every single spell you know, and just pivot into a different build. I don't know how much SP we've actually spent so far though, only 2 really, yeah, just 2 and Prince of Ruin, so it's not really worth it. Plus I don't really want to change my build anyway. Okay, there's a hut here. This level seems okay. We can actually start on an SP orb and just pick up Storm Burst as well. Yeah, let's do that. So Storm Burst does an 8 tile burst of Storm Energy, and each tile takes either 20 Ice or 20 Lightning, and it will freeze enemies or stun enemies depending on which they take. So the radius is pretty good, should take out all of those guys actually. I guess Prince of Ruin was helping out there. It doesn't have too many charges at the moment. How many shields does this guy have? Should be him done. There we go. And we've got one more charge. Let's just do that. Okay, let's see. Pets. There is a... what is that guy? Slimy Troubler. I thought it might be a lightning one. This level's actually kind of nice though. It is very small, which works out well with Storm Burst and Prince of Ruin. Silent Spectres on this level are not too many, so that's pretty doable. If we want an Orb of Corruption, I guess. And a Heart here and nothing. So, Heart, Orb of Corruption... I might just re-roll. Okay, Heart here and a Teleporter. Some treasures here. We've already got the Blade Staff. And just a heart here. Okay, let's go for the teleporter. Ice immunity and electricity resistance. I don't think that's a huge deal. Let's start up here and take out these 2 spawners. The radius on Stormburst is 8, so yeah, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2. We have plenty of room. Let's just start there. Kinda want to take out the Mind Maggot, I guess. Prince of Ruin again, helping out. They do resist a bunch of lightning. It's kind of annoying. Storm Burst managed to take them out though. Let's get out of that blizzard. Kinda want them to line up, there we go. Might be cutting it a bit close with charges. Actually no, we'll be fine I think. Okay, there's 5 SP, there's an upgrade for Storm Burst, Spirit Nova, and this will summon Storm Spirits. And these guys are a pretty decent ally to have. They're immune to Ice and Lightning, and they gain 5 health whenever an Ice or Lightning spell is cast. in their line of sight. There's a robe of ice here. What does that do? Fire resist, ice resist, 25% extra damage. Okay, hearts. I don't think that robe of ice is actually too useful for us. I'm mainly going to be doing lightning stuff later on, I think. I don't really want to go here. Looks like there's a ton of liches, which are a pain to deal with. And we don't get much from this level, so let's try for a reroll. Okay, that looks a bit better. Heart and a stopwatch. Nothing interesting there. And this would be a good level for Prince of Ruin. Maybe not, with the steel spiders being immune to electricity. Let's try up here then. Okay, lots of ice enemies. Our storm spirit allies will be immune to that, so that is probably okay. Blizzard Beast spawner is, I think, a lot more dangerous than these ice lizard spawners, so we're going to start up here. We can just start over on this thing, I guess. If the bat dragon breathes on us, that would actually be nice. Let's wait for him to do that, because now we can get a whole bunch of allies from killing all these guys with Storm Burst. Okay, even with all those allies, it wasn't enough damage to spawn even one ally, so forget that, I guess. Did I pick up the upgrade? Oh, I didn't even pick up the upgrade, that's why. I'm stupid. And we're out of charges. Okay, whatever. Prince of Ruin should still get us through this, I think. Okay, there we go. Okay, that probably would have been a bit easier if I'd actually remembered to buy the upgrade, but it was fine. Okay, some treasures here, don't care about any of those. Sigils, and a heart and a stopwatch. This is the best option, I guess. Let's just see what this level looks like. This is probably fine. We will get a whole bunch of allies on this level, especially from this kobold camp. We're going to be hitting all 9 tiles of this for 26 damage each, so we'll be getting a fair few of our allies out. Yeah, that works. Let's just do that. Let's not stand right next to him because we'll lose max health. Okay, so there we go. We've got, I don't know, a fair few. Enough that the rest of this level shouldn't be any issue. And with their lightning attacks, they'll also be triggering Prince of Ruin, so they can probably just finish the rest of the level by themselves. Yeah, there we go. And we've got 6 SP. I think Stormcaller is a good pickup, so let's get that. Okay, heart here, sinister stuff, and a heart here. Heart mana potion, heart, electric slime, spark spirit. Spark spirits, they're not ice immune, so we can still kill them. They're going to be gaining, actually not that much really. I was going to say they're going to be gaining health from the stuff that we're doing, but this is a pretty closed off level. It's unlikely that they'll be seeing a lot of casts. It is a very cramped level. The cursed cats are annoying. These troubling masses are really annoying. Let's see. The electric slimes, well, again, they're not ice immune. Electric slime spawner. I think I actually like this level. Let's just start here. And Stormcaller is going to be helping out. We just have to be a bit careful not to walk into our own clouds, but that's always the case with Stormcaller. Okay, that was actually a lot easier than expected. The Storm Spirits helped out quite a lot. Okay, let's see. Sigils, treasures, and heart. Let's see what these treasures are. I don't actually remember what the thing does now. Each turn, each of your minions does 1 holy damage to a random adjacent enemy. That could be pretty good. If we're creating a lot of Storm Spirits, we'll be getting holy damage from them. But also I don't know how often they're going to actually be adjacent. So what else do we have? Heart. The butterfly demons are lightning immune, but they're weak to ice. Clay treants have a ton of health. Blood magus. This level's probably okay. We only get a heart. Let's try for a reroll. Heart and healing potions. Duplication shrine. That's only for trinkets, I think. We don't have a single trinket. Yeah, so that does nothing for us. I guess this level is also not too bad. Healing potions there is better than what we get there though, so let's see. The Frostfire Mage is going to give everyone resistance to ice. He's not immune to ice himself, so hopefully we can just blast him a couple of times with Storm Burst to get a freeze in on him, or a stun in, and then just kill him really quickly. Yeah, this level should be fine. There's not really enough enemies right next to us for doing Storm Burst to be worth it. Maybe now. We want to hit as many enemies as possible with Storm Burst so that we can get the allies out. Okay, that worked out pretty well. 7 SP. So it would be nice, I think, to pick up Rain of Thunderbolts, because I've not actually tried out this spell before. It was added somewhat recently, and yeah, still haven't tried it out yet. So the thing with this spell is that you need storm clouds existing already in order to use it. We do have Stormcaller, which will give us storm clouds, but we can't really spread the storm clouds throughout the level. So maybe something like Chain Lightning is worth it, so that we can get this Cloud Conductance upgrade for Chain Lightning and then cause a whole bunch of clouds that way. So let's try that out. And that'll be our setup for using Stormcaller. There's a Spark Gold cap here. If it was the other way around, that would be an infinite damage loop. Yeah, we need Holy to Lightning to get the loop. That might still be worth picking up. Okay, Heart here, nothing. Heart here, Stopwatch. And we can get Spark Gold or an Ice Flame cap here. And the wizards here are not very dangerous. I guess we can just go here and get the Spark Gold. Let's see if chain lightning's gonna work out. We got a few clouds from that. Didn't really work as well as I expected, although this level is not got a lot of enemies on it. Okay, 5 SP. Wonder if there's a... Might be worth getting Shatter Shards as well. That'll spread clouds, because things will be getting frozen from the clouds. When they unfreeze, they'll be doing ice damage, which will create more clouds. So I probably will pick that up as well. From these levels, we have some treasures. I don't think I care about those treasures. Pets. And more treasures. Winterlinks? I guess Winterlinks is decent. I don't think I've seen this before. At the end of your turn, increase the duration of debuffs on enemies. I guess that would work when we're freezing things. It'll keep them frozen for longer. Sacrifice 25 health to learn a word spell. I don't really care that much about that. Yeah, I think we just go here and pick up Winterlinks. There's a few metallic silent spectres. They do have a lot of health. What should we be doing with Icicle? Yeah, I don't know, that's kind of rough. The silent spectres kind of ruin it, I think. Let's just reroll. Sorcerer's stuff. I guess we could pick up Sorcerer's Dagger. Bay Huntsman on this level, which also silence, but this level also has a lot of walls to block off line of sight. I think that's doable. Ice themes level. Probably don't want to do that. Sorcerer's Disc is also nice for Storm Burst to increase the radius. So I think it's either here for the Sorcerer's Disc or here for Sorcerer's Dagger. This one also has healing and mana potions, let's just go here. We don't really need to start on the disc. Let's start by these 3 spawners. Okay, so 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, 0. We can start there and hit probably everything. Yeah, there we go. Let's actually do Chain Lightning on this level. This seems like a good level for it. Cool, not too bad. Chain Lightning is not really working as well as I'd hoped. Maybe we should probably need to get Lightning Lord to upgrade the Cascade range or whatever it's called. What is it? Yeah, the Cascade range. That just means it can jump to targets that are further away. Sorcerer's Disc. I guess there's also the Electric Orb. I think I'd rather have the Disc. That also boosts the radius on Icicle, which is nice. And we do have enough SP. There's Wrathlinks here as well. That's really good if we're doing lightning stuff. And we've got the Holy Cap as well. Anyway, we do have enough SP to get Thunderlord, so we could do that. Alternatively, we could get Shatter Shards. We're going to want both, I think. For the moment, let's get Thunderlord. That also gives us 50% resist lightning. I didn't even look at the other levels. I think I've already decided I'm going to do this one. The Concussive Idol is dangerous. If we take damage on this level, we're going to get stunned for a turn. So let's just try to avoid taking damage, I guess. The Master Wizard is going to be the most annoying thing. How much damage does this do? 36. That's almost... Actually, that is enough to one-shot these guys. We can just start by them then. Let's try out our new and improved Chain Lightning. Actually, let's turn down the animation speed and see how this goes. Oh yeah. We didn't really get any of this stuff. I don't know if we can with our current range on it. I think we can leap through this guy to these clouds and then hit this whole left side of the level. Let's try that. Yeah, there we go. So that is a pretty good way of spreading clouds. Which is exactly what I wanted. Let's go back to X Turbo. That's basically the entire level done. There we go. Six SP, let's pick up Shatter Shards. That will also be useful in spreading clouds. And Wrathlinks. Actually, Ice Pipe, that could also work. Since we do have Shatter Shards now, whenever something gets unfrozen, it's going to create clouds nearby. Wrathlinks is probably better. Let's go Wrathlinks. Storm Troll Armor, that might be worth it just for the 50% resist lightning. That way we won't accidentally nuke ourselves with our own lightning spells, which is a concern later on. I have plans. This level's not too bad. I think Chain Lightning does work pretty well in these sorts of levels. Otherwise we have a heart here, big open level. Electric Old Witch. Storm Fiend. We do still have the ice stuff as well going on. Let's go here. I should probably pick up, what's it called? Rainstorm. Because Chain Lightning can actually go through this, and it is useful for lowering resistances. I don't need any resistance lowering on this level, so it's probably okay to ignore it for a little bit longer. Where do I want to start? Maybe you just start over here by these three spawners. Let's try out a Chain Lightning. Oh, we got blinked. That's, yeah, pretty dangerous. If we get blinked into a storm cloud, we could take 28 damage, and if we get blinked into a blizzard cloud, we're definitely going to take 14 damage, and we might get frozen. So we don't want to be standing in the blizzard cloud. I'd rather have the storm cloud. But that is something to keep in mind. We need a way of blinking out of that situation, so either we pick up, what's it called? Either we pick up Lightning Form, and that'll let us blink, or we just straight up pick up Blink, which is probably way more reliable. So at some point I need to remember to buy Blink. So all that's left really is this spawner and a few of these immortal green gorgons. We should be able to take out these guys, I think. Yeah, we're getting lots of clouds on top of them, which is helping. That's all of them, right? Yeah. Storm Spirits should be able to clean up the rest of the level. Apparently they can't path to that guy. I thought these guys could fly. Maybe they can't. I guess they don't. Anyway, let's pick up the Storm Troll armor. So we are now immune to the lightning clouds at least. So that's a bit less of a concern. We could still end up in a situation where we're surrounded by blizzard clouds, so I think I still do want to buy Blink at some point. Okay, let's see, some free spells here. Treasures here. Skills, I don't think I care about any of these skills. Light Lord, Echomancer, maybe Echomancer, that will give us more charges on Chain Lightning I guess. And Storm Burst. But we don't really need it. Bunch of wizards on this level. We do want more densely packed levels like this one I guess. These guys have shields, so they're not actually going to take damage, which then means they won't generate clouds, I think. We might want to stop watching this level, or we might just want to reroll. We don't actually get a lot out of this level. One teleporter and a spell that we don't care about. Yeah, let's just reroll. A lightning shield we don't need anymore. Winter Links we could use. Ruby Heart here. Ruby Heart here. Some Storm Fiends on the level. And they are lightning immune. I think this level seems like the easiest one. Take out the Lich quickly and we should be okay. Let's just do this level. Actually, what are these? Burning Storm Trolls. Well, I should have looked at that. They are also lightning immune. We've just got the Storm Trolls left from the looks of it. So let's just Ice Cool. These guys should be gaining a whole bunch of health from all the Ice Cools that we're doing, so they should survive. Shadow Shards was doing okay, so that was working. Okay, we've got 9 SP. We do have enough now to pick up Rain of Thunderbolts, so I think that is worth doing. Let's see how this spell actually is. Like I said, I haven't actually tried this spell yet, but I think it should work pretty well once we've got some other stuff set up. I should actually explain. So this just does our Thunderstrike spell, targeting 13 random storm clouds each turn, so we do need to generate clouds in order to use the spell. There's an upgrade for it that summons storm clouds when you cast it, but I think it's better to set up the clouds and use the SP elsewhere. Yeah, let's see how that works out in the next level. Okay, armor here, we've already got armor. Heart here, this could be a good level. Do a couple of chain lightnings, start doing the Rain of Thunderbolts. This guy can't really go anywhere, there's not really any room for him to teleport to because he's a 3x3 and this whole level is packed full. And nothing there resists ice and lightning. I guess the clay stuff does. But there's not a lot of that. Only the Void Drake spawner, which we hopefully take out before it actually starts spawning anything. Yeah, let's just go here. Where do we start? Those guys are not a one-shot. Let's start on the heart, I guess. This guy is a one-shot. She's going to summon a whole bunch of evil fairies. I don't remember if they have shields. It'd be nice if they didn't. Oh, she got stunned anyway. Okay, well let's chain lightning. And hopefully get some clouds going. There we go. Anything near us? No. let's start doing Rain of Thunderbolts then. I actually am going to turn down to normal again just to see how this looks. So I think the issue is that the Troubler guy doesn't have a single cloud on him, so we've now lost our clouds. Okay, that didn't work out too well. Yeah, we need a better way of maintaining our clouds. Okay, we're out of charges on that. Let's see, can we hit him from here? He's not getting any clouds on him, which is kind of weird. I don't know why he wasn't getting clouds spawning on him. I think that should have been happening. I guess because he's shielded. Yeah, that's right. Yeah, that guy was probably a bad matchup then for us. We couldn't generate any clouds on top of him. Anyway, the real purpose of getting Rain of Thunderbolts is so I could get Lightning Frenzy. So Rain of Thunderbolts is casting Thunderstrike 13 times a turn, provided we have the clouds for it. And if we have Lightning Frenzy, every time we cast a lightning spell, our spells and skills gain 4 damage for 6 turns. So the plan with this build is to cast a whole bunch of lightning spells through Rain of Thunderbolts, stack up a bunch of damage with Lightning Frenzy, and then our Storm Clouds will be doing pretty ridiculous damage. So let's see if that works out in practice. Shock value, I guess that's also useful for a lightning build. Not a great level for us though. Maybe once these dragons and bone wizards start summoning things. But also these guys can grant immunity to lightning, which I don't like. Lightning staff, maybe it's time to swap out from the blade staff. That is better than the blade staff for lightning stuff specifically. However, this guy creates storm clouds when creatures take lightning damage. If any storm clouds are in line of sight of an allied death, one of them will shoot 7 damage lightning strike. So that's not great. Actually, we do have 100% resist lightning. Interesting. So this guy is actually not going to be able to hurt us. Then the other concern for this level is the crystal golems. But that might be fine. How do we deal with the crystal golems? We can just wait for them to swap to their lightning, or we can pick up rain storm. That should reduce their resistance. Yeah, let's try that level. We can just start and get the lightning staff. Okay, so let's get a whole bunch of allies. Chain lightning. Oh, we got swapped. That should be fine. Okay, we're surrounded by many clouds. Oh, he actually does have 100% resist lightning, so this is going to do nothing to him. Anyway, let's try the Rain of Thunderbolts now. So we have 17 Crackling Frenzy. Our Storm Clouds are doing 166 damage. Our Blizzards are only doing 23 damage. Okay. I guess these were generated beforehand? Yeah, okay, they're doing different damage depending on when they were generated. Okay, so we need some sort of lightning spell. Okay, these guys should know they're holy at the moment. Arcane. Ice. They should be able to take him out. Cool. Okay, so I think that worked out pretty well. We do need a lightning spell that we can actually use once we've stacked up a whole bunch of damage bonuses. And Heaven's Wrath I think is a nice one. There aren't a lot of things that resist both lightning and holy. Death Shock as well I guess could work. Even Stormburst I guess, that does the ice damage. But yeah, we do need to pick up something, and I think I should also, before I forget, get these spells just in case we need them. Because if we don't have them and we need them, we'll be in a lot of trouble. These guys are lightning immune, right? Yeah. Well, as I was saying, there's not many enemies that resist lightning and holy. Here's like the one enemy in the game that does. So lightning immunity is on both of those levels. On all 3 levels. Let's reroll. This level looks a lot nicer in terms of enemies. Pretty big open level. Probably don't... Oh, these Storm Knights as well. They're not immune to lightning. But they're pretty resistant. I guess that's not actually an issue once we stack up enough damage. So here or here. We could use a stopwatch on this level since we gain one from the level. But if we're using a stopwatch just to gain a stopwatch, what's the point really? Yeah, let's just do this level. Start down here in the corner I think, try and get a whole bunch of clouds up and go from there. Get ourselves our chain lightning. That got most of the level. Let's do one more. One more. There we go. Okay, we got clouds basically everywhere. Now we can do Rain of Thunderbolts. Cool. That worked out really well. Oh yeah, actually, Prince of Ruin is a lightning skill. So that is being boosted by Lightning Lord and our Crackling Frenzy. Lightning Frenzy. Okay, 6 SP. I don't know if there's any other lightning skills that we should be picking up specifically. I guess we could do Holy Thunder, but anything that we kind of need Holy Thunder for, we would need that for things that are lightning resistant, and we're already stacking up so much lightning damage. It'd probably be better just to buy a lightning spell that does holy damage separately, because this requires that you do some amount of lightning damage in order to get the redeal. So I think that's pretty much it for lightning skills. I don't know if there was anything else I wanted from ice. Shatter Shards for spreading the clouds, Stormcaller. I guess we could get Ice Lord, but there's not much point. All it gives us is extra damage on Shatter Shards. So I think what we do is we buy Heaven's Wrath. And then we probably also want this culling upgrade for Heaven's Wrath. It'd also be nice. This is currently doing it to 5 units. This is doing to 14 units. I think the lightning, yeah, this is adding 1 number of targets, and Lightning Lord also adds 1 number of targets. Maybe it's worth getting Multimancy so that we increase the number of targets we're hitting. Okay, so spells, pets, skills. At this point I'm more concerned about resistances than what we're getting from the levels. So this level is probably okay, there's only a few of these Aesir. This level here has lots of Steel Spider Queens. This guy also is immune to lightning. That's probably fine, he's going to end up getting Blizzard Clouds on him. The Blizzard Clouds will be doing a lot of damage. So this level's probably okay. And Storm Knights and Aesir. So I think all 3 levels, yeah, we have some sort of lightning immunity. We do have 3 portal keys. I'm gonna reroll. If it goes poorly, we can just use a portal key. This is fine. That's pretty good. Yeah, pretty good level for us. Liches, that's probably not actually a problem at this point with Chain Lightning. That guy with the stun, whenever you attack him, is quite annoying. That'll interrupt our channeling if we hit him. Yeah, okay, I think we go over here. He's going to stun us, right? Or is he not close enough? Oh, he's not close enough yet. Okay, well let's just do a Chain Lightning. Okay. And just do Rain of Thunderbolts. We should kill him pretty quickly. Yep, cool. How much damage do we actually do to him? Yeah, we're doing 159 damage with each Thunderstrike we were hitting him with, plus half of that was being redealt as Holy, thanks to our cap. Wait a few turns for the clouds to clear out. We don't want to walk into a blizzard cloud and accidentally die. And let's see. This is a new item. Tundra Mantle Robe. That's actually kind of good. Free soaked on enemies. I do like how densely packed this level is. Don't like that these guys are lightning immune. Okay, probably don't want to do that then. We do have the portal keys. Let's just make sure we can get a wide variety of choices. Okay, more lightning immunity. More lightning immunity. No lightning immunity. This looks like our best bet. Let's get Multimancy right now, actually. And I think I will stopwatch. We've got 4 golden stopwatches. I didn't even watch, but I didn't even look. But yeah, there is a duplication shrine on this level, so we could duplicate something. Probably the Wrath Links, I guess. Okay, let's stopwatch. And get ourselves some allies. Get ourselves some clouds. And just start Rain of Thunderbolts. How are you doing? Let's get our Crackling Frenzy up a little bit. So at the moment we're only doing 212 with Heaven's Wrath. I think it only hits these multi-tile enemies once as well, so it's not actually great for dealing with these guys. 63, he's still 80%, so I don't think he's capping out on the lightning resistance, which is good. Let's just Heaven's Wrath at this point. To clear out these guys. And we have some SP left for the last level. Maybe I should save it. Just in case we need something against Mordred. Yeah, let's duplicate the Wrath Links. Let's use our portal keys as well since we've got them. Any stopwatches? Nope. There is an Aether Dagger here. Don't really like that level. Golden Skulls are lightning immune. Acer and the butterflies are lightning resistant and immune. Steel spiders are immune. Are these guys immune? No. This first level might actually be the best one. Okay, let's start on the teleporter. Just go from there, I guess. Well, we got some lightning immune enemies. Let's actually use Rainstorm. Do we need to? Let's just stopwatch instead, actually. Let's put down a couple of rainstorms. Chain lightning. Get us some clouds. Not a lot of clouds. That's not great. Let's try out rain of Thunderbolts. Okay, we're getting some bonuses. Not a lot. Let's just keep channeling to get up the bonus on that. So at the moment we are doing only 192. We're actually dropping. Let's do another chain lightning then. We're in a lightning cloud, that's fine. Well, we're in a rain cloud. I think we want to blink out of this, just so we lose soaked as soon as possible. Let's just Heaven's Wrath a few times, I guess. Okay, what are we in? Storm Cloud, that's fine. Let's Golden Stopwatch again. Let's actually Ether Dagger. And Mana Potion? Yeah, Mana Potion. Chain Lightning. Okay, we're up to 60 bonus. Heaven's Wrath is doing about 300. Actually, that's one more. We should be doing enough with Heaven's Wrath to one-shot Mordred. Yeah, let's just do that. So we just need to take care of Mordred's shields. And then hit him again. Okay, so let's Heaven's Wrath a couple of times. That should kill Mordred. Oh no, he's not the highest health enemy. Ah, damn it, these guys all spawned. Let's Stopwatch, Ether Dagger. Ah, we lost all that Crackling Frenzy. Get ourselves some allies for protection. I think Mordred just died. Okay, he's not out of shields just yet. Let's hit one more turn with the channeling. Okay, out of shields basically now. We should just be able to do a couple of Heaven's Wraths. And there we go. Took a bit longer to ramp up than I was expecting. We only really started getting the massive damage bonuses right towards the very end, but yeah, overall it's pretty strong, especially once you get Storm Burst and you can get your allies out. So we started out with Icicle, got Lightning Bolt. The Blade Staff right away was a pretty good find. Prince of Ruin here, Storm Burst. We forgot to buy the upgrade, which was stupid of me. Yeah, works pretty well. Chain Lightning here to get more clouds. Thunderlord, Shadow Shards, Rain of Thunderbolts. Lightning Frenzy there. So yeah, we got Lightning Frenzy on Realm 17, so pretty late in. But yeah, does a lot of damage, works out pretty well. Boosts up Prince of Ruin to ridiculous levels, which was probably helping out way more than I realised. Yeah, so that's a pretty fun little build. Yep, thanks for watching and I'll see you next time.